Hello everyone. Welcome to another episode of 2-Minute Gyan by Agile Beyond Boundary. In this episode, I want to talk about the similarities and differences between two roles which are quite commonly misunderstood and people are often confused between them. The first role is that of an iteration manager. Another variant of this role is Scrum Master. There are differences, but let's assume that they are similar to each other. The other role is that of a project manager. The variants of this role are, say, delivery manager, program manager, portfolio manager. Let's group all of them as the role project manager. Now imagine a small agile team. For that team to be doing its work effectively, there are a set of activities that are needed to be done. And the person who is doing all these activities is called the iteration manager, or can be called the iteration manager. What are these activities? These can be facilitating agile practices and ceremonies, planning the delivery, ensuring that the team is all oriented towards the same common goal all the time, making sure that the communication between the team members and to external stakeholders is smooth, identifying and removing risks and bottlenecks, making progress visible and ensuring that it is understood by everyone concerned in a transparent way, coaching the team and stakeholders on the agile principles as and when required, or protecting the team against situations that would make them deviate from the goal. Now, for a project to be successful, there are more activities that are needed beyond the ones that we discussed for iteration manager. Let us look at what these project management activities are. Workforce planning and staffing, project financials tracking and controls, team health and conflict management, people aspirations and growth, navigating the organization-specific requirements and constraints, stakeholder management at all levels, internal and external, and planning with the right delegation. In short, the iteration manager role is more inward-looking. It is more focused on the team and its delivery. And this comes into picture after the team has been formed. That is, from say delivery to deployment, if we can call these as stages. Depending on the nature of the project or program or account, all the variants of the project manager role come into play from the concept phase itself, before the team is formed. And each role has its own outward looking responsibilities like account growth, financial target, strategy, and so on. Now, does this mean that the iteration manager or the Scrum Master and the project manager are always two separate people and having clearly identified role boundaries? Not necessarily. Altogether, these are just the inward-facing and outward-facing group of activities. And depending on the organizational construct, there could be one person doing all of them, or there could be two, or there could be three, and so on. It's also important to note that it's not a hierarchy. Just because the project manager's role encompasses a wider range of delivery, it does not mean that there is any kind of a hierarchy or that a project manager is say senior to a Scrum Master or an iteration manager. It is just that the lens is more outward focused, whereas for the iteration manager or the Scrum Master, the lens is more inward focused. That's the main difference. Hope this video clarified some doubts or brought about more questions, which we'll be happy to hear. If you like this video, subscribe to the channel to look at more other videos. Or if you have some content that you want to share, get in touch with us. Thank you.